Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Codename Big Bell Stuart, if you want to call me by my first name. Today we're going to be doing a little review of Blue Fire on the Nintendo Switch. It is all on major consoles as well, but this is the version I have. You, in this game, play as an unnamed protagonist in the world of Penumbra. You wake up in like a regeneration chamber, and you're surrounded by desolation of a world past. You kind of adventure your way through the world, meeting these strange new characters, and fighting some interesting enemies with all sorts of different ways and designs that they have to fight with you. For instance, you have like slug things turn up at first, but then you have these with swords, and then you kind of have like a green eye man. He's just covered in eyes. Kind of reminds me of that one enemy in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers way back in the day. This is just a few of the things. I'm not going to be showing you anything majorly late in the game because this game is all about exploration, and I don't really want to spoil too much for you. So, like I say, you play this unnamed character, and what you do is you kind of platform your way through and kind of fight your way through Penumbra to discover what happened to this essentially castle in the sky, and it really is quite interesting. The look of this game is absolutely gorgeous. I really like the look of it. It is all cel shaded. I kind of describe it myself as goth cute. Hopefully the images will explain what that means. But essentially it's kind of it's very blacks, greys, with some kind of hints of colour throughout, and if colour does take over, it's kind of washed over, but it's still kind of dark and dingy. But it is a very cute looking game, as well as a beautiful looking game. To add to that, we have this atmospheric music that really kicks in depending on what you're doing within the world. And you could have just kind of full instrumental, and then you kind of get vocals come in through it, not actual words, but you kind of get the that kind of thing coming in as well, and it's really well done. And again, I just really enjoyed myself with the music and the atmosphere we have in this. But the world itself is pretty huge. Like I say, it's this huge castle in the sky that ends up kind of becoming cities and temples, and you kind of always looking for these cubes called void entrances, and the void entrances remind me a lot of Control, the recent Remedy game. And once you go into there, you have these platforming challenges throughout this entire game, and they give you difficulties and stuff. But you collect stuff, and they give you rewards at the end of it. These void entrances are some of them. Oh, I was stuck on one of them for about an hour or so, and it was pretty frustrating. Not to the point that I wanted to kind of stop playing. I just kind of went, right, okay, I'll leave that till a little bit later, and I'll carry on through the rest of the game, and I'll come back to it, because you can traverse back and forth throughout the game as well. So you can go to one area, and then you're right, cool, I'm gonna go all the way back to just one place that I can find this void again. But talking about frustrating, there was points in the platforming where I really did get stuck, and I found myself kind of again for about an hour trying to get one thing sorted out. I had this one issue with the switch in the arcane sewers, and it's mainly because you got to leap off these pipes, and you got to land on these very narrow areas, and your character is quite slippy and very fast. I found myself slipping off the edge of platforms quite a lot. And it's not to say the platforming is bad. You just got to get yourself used to it, and have an idea using the dash button to get yourself across, but also holding the dash button and realizing the distances you can travel with that as well. So the platforming, it can be really really slippy, as I said, but it is so you move so quickly in this game, and it's quite impressive, like how fast you can move, and it can make combat really fun and really frenetic. Especially because you have this little, you have two swords that you kind of slash your way through. But it's really simple combat as well. So like I say, you can dash away using the right shoulder button. You attack using one of the main face buttons. You also got eventually you end up getting a ranged item that can help you with certain things, but it uses mana. And you can upgrade your mana as well by coming along these statues. And you got a shield as well that you can help with combat. Again, but you find this as you go along. You're kind of picking them up. Go from like chests, or even meeting people throughout the world. Or the people, actually. These are strange little creatures. You can find like little blob people, or you can find huge hulking dudes in full clothes that don't know about the past, and they've been waiting for you to return because you're one of the guardians of Penumbra, by the sounds of it. Again, I haven't really unlocked much of the story, even though I played for quite a few hours. But again, that's kind of the point of the game. You're supposed to unlock everything as it goes along as well. So I did mention you can find items and stuff, which is actually really quite cool. You get these items, and you can kind of upgrade your swords just by finding things in the chests. You can find new outfits. You can find new magic items as well, and even things to upgrade like your health. You get like a little fire cell thing that if you get down to like half a heart, you can press up on the D-pad and it will replenish your health entirely, which is very, very helpful because, again, like I said, with the platforming, you do fall off the sides quite often and there is fall damage, and I find myself using it quite often, but you do find these little fire things often as well, so there's not too much of a panic there. But you can upgrade yourself. You find these statues and you can upgrade the mana that you have. You can upgrade the spirits, which is like upgrades, like separate upgrades. They can give you extra bonuses and buffs throughout the game as well. And these statues also are your save points. If you start from the beginning of the game and you don't actually save at any of these points, or use them, you will end up going back to the beginning of the game. If you die, if you get a game over screen. But talking on that as well, there's a really cool mechanic that I really enjoyed. That if you do get a game over screen, you can find your body and pick up all of your gold and all of your kind of like things you found throughout the game. Even though you all have your swords already, you can find your body and have all your gold and your extra bonuses to kind of upgrade yourself as you go along as well. But guys, this is my little review of Blue Fire on the Nintendo Switch. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I haven't really given you too much information about what happens later on in the game, and again, not really shown you much within the actual game itself. But again, I don't really want to spoil this for you because it is one of those games I do recommend you play and you really explore and have fun with it as well. It is a cool game. Like I say, it can be slightly frustrating with its platforming, like I say, being quite slippy and very, very quick. But if you are okay with that and you're up for a challenge, definitely check this game out. But guys, have yourself a nice day, and don't forget to be nice to each other, yeah?